independent are your team members? Today we're looking at another generative culture attribute, interdependence. Do you see your team as a collection of individuals or as one organism? We've been discussing the importance of the synthesis approach as a first step, where we take a backward step to look beyond what is already available, and that connects our current context to the unhindered and unexplored imagination. Once we know where we want to go, then we can take an analysis approach to break down the parts to get us to the overall objective. This integration of the synthesis and analysis approaches is called systems thinking, and this is a very hot topic in leadership development. A system is a whole containing two or more parts, where each part affects the whole, and each part does not act independently. You are a system. Your hand doesn't write. You, as a system, write. If you don't believe that, cut off your hand, throw it on the table, and see how well it writes. It would be easy to give all the credit to your hand when you see it writing. However, we now see that doesn't make sense. We know that our hand is involved in writing, as well as our brain, our nerves, our muscles, and so on. It's a system of parts that allow us to write with our hands, and none of those parts on their own could write. The same is true for our teams. A team member may appear to deliver on an objective, but they couldn't have achieved it completely on their own because they are a part of a system. We are a part of many systems. My body is a part of a system. My family is part of a system. My team is part of a system. My industry is part of a system. My city is part of a system. See the trend? Generative leaders know that if we don't see ourselves as part of a system in every context we exist, we risk giving ourselves too much credit, and we can begin isolating from others in our system, thinking we don't need anyone else. These leaders know that if we allow this thinking to set in, we will eventually start finding ways to take from others to get what we need, and we may knock others down in order to keep ourselves standing. If we realize we are part of a system, then we can focus on ensuring everyone in the system receives what they need to be their best self, which in turn allows us to be our best self. So, are you a generative leader that can help your team see the value of an interdependent system? Thank you for letting me share my leadership thought. Have a great week.